Mo covers ko mo kwani dwedi wa Glanas TV do enjoy. Ehum de no kire message ma fofo na message boss mum. Menyi obi wo mani mu atene nke hu na edwuma bebre. Me ya bohwehwe nkomo nendan man kasa menya aja because ma pra na achene na so menya ntin mo sha de kemina na odamazeba na menyi ni nkomo ye nom nkomo ye saw nkomo na ye hu na ababa mu nsem kaka na before me introduce me guest ni wam nya abotarmam na me ndan ma aboafo ezin fancho me dan wona edi wie a me twem aba oye des gold designs enwa designing epe abaze obeye zamo okode photography so abo mechi do pampe that and na gladio foods and drinks ebe amazing bana salt nso ahoro momo no akomi pedwem kota ho aze mo kota ze wozo som ame me di mezi bro mezi na na adwo oche mo twem ho aba maba e bot yon komo no do mo akwa abade nya botara twem kada mo twem maba mo ho ne bot yedo na mo refer say pede hu da mu mezi ana pede hwe chakona called Glanas TV or YouTube, na Facebook or Glanas TV. If you need to on Instagram, Glanas_TV. Na Twitter or at Glanas TV. TikTok also or at Glanas Media. Na maka kade win or day would my better my guest needs. My guest on that can come kitty be for no. Na brief an introduction. Me pede makana. Ehuni pan paban. Gana at blogging. Enyum to kakra nso wom enwa adechire kakra nso wom bibia bi some inside na nipa kon ne papa a owon the Mr. David Cranton Che obe correct him some wrong and corrector ne mama nso the Madam Selina Ba na chere ye din kan ya fa ne ho asem da so da no che ya boy ye ho pa na okọ school kakra oye bonada wo 27th March 1990 ebe o che ya branga sa no che ebe interview in there ye be din komo na okọ school some kakra o abo o wa ya ade o ya nwum kakọ ncho ke ebe kan pa professionally he is a teacher nti ne bo kwan ko so ofi blogging nwum kakra na azum nti man kasa nye tenten ye ma Kobby Kyei akaba
thank you Nana
Apome.
She and bro.
She na.
Okay.
Wait to that far.
You know, first of all, Mitchell be a mother. Omo show and also apologize for not making in time, making in time. I'm saying too much. If you go there, finally,
you are
so I'm humble and big shout out to everything you're doing. I've been monitoring the whole team, Sarkodie and Abula Akuponcha.
Okay. Amazing come out bon for the dog. Kobby Kyei or a teacher and a blogger.
Both.
Both. But you know, it's a John home and our Ghana Hadia. I mean, you're all over Ghana now.
I'm super humbled.
What is what is inspiring you? What is making you go viral? History, everything. What is making you go viral like that?
But that's it. So it's not that kind. I'm a blogger and also a teacher, but I mean people know me because of my blogging work. So when you say going viral or trending, for me, I think that you are saying it in a more positive way. Because the perception about trend in Ghana, most of the times, because they be an born no trend negative into academic trend or whatever man say I trend.
Sorry, it's in a positive way.
I trend.
When to make it a positive because when as time goes by interview.
I trend for the positive reason, and sometimes I don't even know me like my subconscious. I don't conscious. It's not something say be me away, but I think say Jumana people are able to identify my work.
Okay.
And I've also been able to build a personality. It's an aside Kobby Kyei News blog, and apart from his social media handle, people want to meet me. People invite me to speak on their platform. So I have the personality as Kobby Kyei, and I have the Kobby Kyei News. So in future, if I'm no more crying,
you have the news.
I have the news there. And in future, if the news, or let's say we wake up in the morning and Mark Zuckerberg says, original WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram.
You still have that personality there.
I still have the personality to eat from.
Okay.
So I've been able to build those two institutions. all my standing out, and also for the fact that I've created a niche. You mentioned history.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll go into that, but I want to look at my content and the narration when it comes to my blogging now. Health home, agriculture home, history, so that my page will be sort of institution or university where people can go there to learn, not just to read trash.
You are more of positive vibe. You are more of promoting positive things. You don't tap into trending or kodo. Why that? Because you're a blogger. I believe the blogger should tap on what goes on.
So growing up, I want to say a big shout out to my parents. You were rightly, you were correct when you mentioned their name. Big shout out to my dad, Mr. David Krantiche, my mom, Selena Ba. I feel that people can describe you based on your environment and the training that
brought you up.
How your parents brought you up. Sometimes, I'm humble, my work. I think apart from God, I give that credit to my parents because they were able to shape my mindset to know that, look, even though everything you do, you have to leave a legacy. Make sure that everything that comes out from your mouth will affect people mentally, not in a bad way. So the reason why my content is different, back to your question, is that I feel that we are in a world of audiovisuals. When we wake up every morning, whatever thing that we hear affects our thinking.
True.
Everything that we see online also affects our thinking. And I can give you a clear example with you and even your crew here. Now, there are some things that you saw on social media last year that anytime you are working or anytime that you are moving around, that's content will give you a flashback. Say, hey, last year, me who be demio.
Yes,
Charlie, Debbie. Whether the thing is good or bad, we still get flashbacks of some things that even in movie scenes,
we see it.
That's why I mentioned that we are in a world of audiovisuals. BBA who be and BBA Tibiano, it has a tendency of destroying your mind or building your mind. So when I started my whole blogging, I gave myself a word that Kobby, as you are starting. So right from the scratch, I've been consistent with my narration. And I'm a catcher who say, I don't want to blog or post anything to destroy people. That's number one.
So you're out of negative.
Yes. Again, if I interview people, I don't have to use misleading headlines for my selfish interest. I interview Nana, or let's say, for instance, you interview me. We have a nice conversation. And because of your selfish interest and you want to get numbers on your YouTube to get money to pay your staff, they use misleading headlines to tarnish my image to get numbers. So I sat and I said, if I'm able to build these numbers with negativity and with this sensationalism and misleading headlines, that's a mischief. Meto Bugatti, Charlie Sikeni Kobby Kyei is the richest blogger in Ghana. Meanwhile, I've tarnished a lot of people their image to gain that. I can't cheat. You can't cheat nature.
No,
all those things will come to bite me. So regardless, Atare we me wa me fenko, empabo we me fenko, we me fenko, watch me for bienko. So why should I use the profession that I've been able to acquire in Ghana, West Africa, use that profession to destroy people for my selfish interest? You will call that, emejuma, and then no, you don't do that.
Okay.
You're going to be judged for it. Interview in the next 50 years, when probably me and you are no more, it is going to be on YouTube.
Internet never lies.
People are going to watch that. Kobby Kyei said this. Nana was able to conduct this interview. So anytime I'm even posting something on Twitter these days, I'm careful because I feel that me post, I don't me post, 20 years to come, if someone wants to be back, will it harm the person?
Okay.
I think we are in a generation where we seem to forget literally everything that we are putting out. So I am very careful in putting out information so far as my blogging is concerned.
So Kobby, I carefully, a blogger. I'll come with the blogging first before we go into the teaching. Bloggers are everywhere nowadays. Like you rightly said, wapede when your numbers, wapede when your scar. Now, nipanas more back and caps now was woman alone. As a blogger, why do you think your other colleagues do that?
I feel that is because of the numbers, is because of the traffic, is because of the fact that they want the content to trend.
Okay.
Because over the years, we've been programmed that negative sells. Why is it that people don't also propagate the fact that positive sells, but we hear negative sells. Nobody has ever come and said, positive sells, let's push that agenda. When I started, people said, oh, Charlie, and yet we anchor there and trending. And use headline we are, who page, you know, but we are here today.
Yes, it's true.
And by God's grace, you can't mention bloggers in Ghana and take my name out because of the
way you
path
built your brand now.
That I chose. You understand? So I feel that it's because of the numbers that it's because of the fact that they want to trend. But I don't really, like I mentioned. Are you impacting?
Okay, but me mention. Shatta Kabi recently had the O2 Kwan. Nah, no outside. Who is he? The security man asked who is he, and he said he's Shatta Wale from Ghana, blah blah blah. So they have to go check on internet, and everything about him was negative. Do we think we are setting Ghana positive or what? How is this in harming us?
You see, when you go to the Western world, I've traveled by God's grace. I mean, bad things happen there. Negative. A typical example is Canada. When you go to Canada, there are a lot of bad things that probably might happen there, but you don't see them because consciously the media don't want you to see that this is how they are. Okay. When you go to other countries, I was on Peace FM yesterday and I asked the people to Google SHS girls in Ghana, and you notice that most of the girls that came out on image search are twerking and kissing and sexting and licking. Who uploaded those things? They are the bloggers. Okay. But in other parts of the world, they won't allow the media to upload. And even you, the media person as a blogger, your consciousness will tell you that there are medical two way. It will destroy the country, the image of the country. Okay. So I feel that in as much as that we are looking for the money, number one, we should add ethics to our work. When you go to school of journalism, sometimes people even think that I hold a degree in journalism.
Because most speech, you are going to lecture this school, you're going for this programs,
more or
less
degree.
Like
yes, okay. I'm a teacher. I don't have any degree in journalism, but look at the ethics that I employ in my work. Okay. And there are a lot of bloggers who have degree and diploma in journalism. They don't even
apply
private what's the word? Practice what I'm doing. Okay. So I feel that apart from saying let's add ethics to our job and think about the fellow party. Let's think about Ghana. Say, I don't know what image are you giving to Ghana? Okay. So that at the end of the day, because we want to fix the country, we want to fix Ghana.
So you fix yourself first.
No, it's not even about fixing yourself. What parts or what quota are you also contributing in making sure Shatta Wale or such Stoneball or Sarkodie, something positive will come out?
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So it's a shared responsibility. We blame the government. For example, is me. I blame the government for a lot of things that they are doing. But I also, as a blogger, have to also play a part in promoting the good stuff that I have seen in the country.
Since we blame the government, why don't we break up? But more can be I am now in our studio. You're commono, much more mobile, you bought your commono. More cover be more can you made it with Glanas TV. And come on now, why Janet ni my show. Say, I'm more that Obiala more to one cast out bon not for my water. My positive woman, my port of ate, measure on born and out watching and come on yellow shadow. Why? Dad, called Mozamo Aquaba.
That's Nana.
Me with the SPD but what's speed up so you're positive in the way that pedo man who's original. Ya count blogging. What teaching life and Pedia blogging about teaching life. It's a blogging, you would honor know you to come more. You would a bit of history in there. You history now day to one. What inspired you to do all these things?
What inspired me is the fact that I want to impact.
Okay.
The history thing now, I kind of, I come page, me post to history. Sometimes I even post history and go for the name. Sometimes Kobby, I ain't them videos whatever.
Oh, one time be posted and come on those. I never knew of those stories. I'm like,
I posted last week. I posted when we switched from black and white TV to color TV. And it was crazy on social media. A lot of people didn't know.
Oh, no.
I wake up every night to do research. Okay. And I ask myself, say, and then a Monday, and then a Tuesday, and then a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm about to post the content. Content when we post to online, who will be any page, but you won't skip.
Okay.
Because man, there are a lot of content we see on our feeds are when I want to skip, I want to skip. Sometimes I even get annoyed to even go and unfollow the person.
It's true.
But what will I post? Obi I won't fee. And then I may post Obi Wabaka say, Akosia bra, Abena bra, Eja, oh daddy, as a brand to be a post, I am interested in everything you be woman.
It makes you stand out.
It makes me stand out. Yes, to stand tall to know that I didn't make post, in that me the BBS to social media. This is different. Let me tell you something about my history. A man is paying me every month.
Okay.
Or because of history I'm posting. And guess what? Also, when US, they never had the opportunity to school in Ghana to know history about Africa and Ghana. It's maybe page in a institution and our school. It's any time beyond Papa is saying, say every week be I'm posting and me poster or friend man no and that could be chair posting to the young kind.
Okay. It's in the form of schooling.
I'm schooling people, and even when I approach Ghana, you have no idea the people who come on my page to learn. Apart from history, I do a lot of donations. You have, my project.
I know.
Go there with Kobby Kyei.
Yeah.
Why will a blogger get up and say that he wants to organize or put himself together?
My cut one short. I'll say, God bless you so much. But some of donations were some of us we wish to, but be a warrior and God bless you so much for that. And we are so proud of you, Kobby. Yeah, come on, why the
So I look at fiscal challenge. So be away the them now. Charlie, last year, is it this year, Mother's Day?
Last year, you did something
yes, like and this year, Mother's Day, Mammy be a challenge number 3 in a wage and or say, Mam to be get to be part my nation. Come to me, Nanto, with hampers, with 30 hampers. Big shout out to Nkunim Groceries or Pram in collaboration with her. And to me, chess. Apart from that, me co-voter region community be a. I'll send you the video so that you show it on the screen. Yeah. Community be a unso atacho and one and what did you demand and what this year what this near the whole community voter region baby. Yes, go there with Kobby Kyei. I drove myself and my team. Guess what? I could see polytank and a borehole.
Wow.
And this is a blogger doing it.
Not a government.
Not a government or like a huge media house.
Just one person
this is a
with
blogger
a team.
Doing it. Yes, using my influence to change the narrative. You've seen videos where I go on where bridges have collapsed.
Yeah.
And I post, and the next day they go there to fix. Maybe I meet you traffic light TV. We put down for so many months. People will send me. I'll drive there. I'll take videos. Please come and fix this. Come and fix this. I don't want to fix it. There's a lot of things that I'm doing. But guess what? Sabe e being the ha na say perfume go ha once na be ko e being no
yeah won't go for perfume
mama can answer into mama yen because e genuine na quality into no you don't see a lot of people talk about it
yeah
but enkrofo pe but it takes time I'm go there
yeah
adi bia osomo bia na e brand
sana tira me ya brand na ye nya
so that is my focus and my happiness and my joy I don't just mean pesca
no so be a juma did
but if I tell you how God is blessing me, it will shock you. I don't do those. Maybe I don't even remember the last time I posted on my YouTube channel.
Wow.
Me post it to people will call me and say, Charlie, YouTube scout will pay attention. You know the reason why sometimes I don't read because me say a lot of people know post I do YouTube now say use to sensational caption now.
You don't watch.
Me too. I don't want to be tempted to post
those things over there.
So I go where I get my income. This year I'm even tired of traveling.
You
understand? So
Mr. Kobby, part 1 and 2 interview in
a nutshell, that is my direction, and I want to let everybody know that positivity sells. We are 30 million in Ghana, over 30 million, true of us.
True.
Do you want to tell me that Obia no share no power? A person on social media very so what are we doing to the rest of the community?
Some are motivated day by what you post.
Yes. And God has a way of blessing me, connecting me to the people.
Okay.
God has a way of blessing me. God has a way that I get to clients that I also get paid.
Okay. So now let's go to your teaching. Yes, they share in I know you were a teacher. You went to school to learn. We never for to be precise, sorry. And when I mean a teacher, a good. I wouldn't say teaching by your blogging.
So, me what junior high school no. I don't know if you remember junior graphic.
Yeah, I can
Junior
remember.
graphic those days. Every Wednesday, I was a serious fan of junior graphic because I wanted to be a media person. We can be sounded every Wednesday. Be I go to junior graphic, make a paper. Now I make boom. Now as I make a news, then I ask my mom and my dad. Even recently, my junior brother.
Okay.
Every day he want to remind me, say, "Me carry 7% your media and I make kind of." So I'll buy junior graphic, go and stand in the mirror and be reading like a newscaster or a news anchor. Now me reading them. Until me now me sound so. My dad works with fire service band.
Okay.
My papa or fire service. About trumpet. Until now music, you know, so that's what we want to GSS. And now papa chair me trumpet ball. Okay. And I know how to play piano and trumpet. Oh, so it was in me.
Man, come up my next question, Porcho. Man, come next question.
So I knew how to play instruments and I had media, I had passion for media. It's maybe at university, you know, I was posted to Ashama Senior High School to go and teach music. So that was the option. My teaching appointment is still there as we speak. And I also had an opportunity to go into the military band because of my trumpet. You know. And social media, and at that point, you know, maybe university, social media, and now I am a dell. Okay. Now, I made the circle, the nature, my followers, kakra. And I said, no, me could be Germany, Francis, big shout out to Francis. Oh no, catch him to Charlie. Me who say, "Oh, Felix Sarko de join social media and I want to be hono." And I'm joining social media. So I literally joined social media platform because of that. And I'm here and because I'm the nechi. Okay. And then my mom cried like for like the whole day. Oh. Because remember I'm my firstborn. Okay. And what bomb I say, what the university, let me na being a teaching. Look at the people who want to go into teaching. Yeah. Now being a teaching appointment about social media. Me say me a blog. I no cry no. Na same cry na me to me educating akra. No blog say Facebook. Okay. I said my teacher is on Facebook no so then now. So me way too no. The man me so chain no. Hey. Sika emoja o. Okay. Before me transfer teaching na. Difference o. But some no so ambati tax, transportation. Ebia me pay no became teacher for cost strike. Ah. That moment na madam for be coaches or USC and firms oh. MTN 4 years from campaign beyond the media account. I'm saying from 2017 first I started blogging. Okay. For cry and also I'm say like me good kakra into my family income. Me posted number 4 5,000 cedis. Wow. Those days was 2017. Me posted number 4. And I'm trying to see them after I started crying. Me post because I wasn't verified. I'm going to be shared the name. Into me posted number 1 2 3 4 5,000. Teaching 2,000. No call class and on paper. Yeah, Jesus Christ. And I'm catching my message. Oh, mommy 1 year. The good thing is that my certificate is there. Okay. Teacher's appointment, you know, I can always renew it and I'm into my pay connection but I continue. On number 1 year. Me starting on and I'm talk. Wow. Now me change my apartment. No, my best friend not mentioning about 7. Now I was so. I'm saying, man, so teaching I can wait. But in them, me in classroom, but indirectly I'm a teacher. Because you teach a lot of people online. Yes, look at my way of blogging. No, but you don't need to be in a classroom before you educate people. I'm even practicing my teaching. Yeah. You know what to say. I'm teaching your audience. You see so many things. I go on a lot of tours, workshops, master classes to teach people about social media. So in a nutshell, no, it be some and normal media teaching, but still I feel so. You're still practicing I'm so teaching. Okay. He is still teaching to all the child because I'm at home. Mama read me recently posted something about rent. If you could remember. Yeah. What brought about what even made you think that let me talk about this rent thing because people call you Juma and have to go pay this amount of money to somebody to take. What brought that thing up? I feel that as social media influencers and as media people, in as much as that probably we are driving or we have built our houses. Okay. We shouldn't talk about some of the stuff that the ordinary Ghanaian goes through. Okay. Maybe I'm going to my Juma Toka. I'm going to make me a scarf or cement. And not just say, I don't have to fight for the people down there. because we all have been there before. First night in the studio, now etching and interview. It's 9 years studio, no be so brother we are starting. You know the situation, so you can talk about it.
That's true.
We've all rented, and I'm so, as a matter of fact,
You're still renting.
I'm still renting.
Okay.
And I sit down and I look at the money I get and the money that goes back into rent every year, no. Even me now, imagine we national service for and we university for
The strong.
The Jumanya strong. What's watching 2 years in advance? I don't put I watching before.
It's here in Ghana.
You understand? Years. So I always want to use my platform to echo some of these issues to let the government restructure. See, MPP and NDC and governments and leaders that have come. The youth, you know, them near markets and kitchen area, they won't even feel the hardship.
In Ghana.
There's a law. Enforce the law. Let the landlord and landladies and whoever responsible, let them take the assessment. Them enforce the law. It's a manipano when you pay the whole year, a couple of 10,000 krana, and that's what the 5,000 or the 4,000 could charge rental.
And it's maybe
yes. No. Just make sure that you enforce the law to make the ordinary Ghanaian no. And no discount for you.
Okay.
So I feel that rent issue is one of the biggest issues the people or the youth of Ghana they are facing.
That's true. Because we want to afford the kwano
or that. Answer na be ya dan no kra no na agent we do skabe.
Hey, 10% of it will be
2,000.
What the 10% of every amount the owner of the house takes from you?
We misuse lands in Ghana. Obu has asena one say flat bebre instead of say okabochira abronsa apartment abronsa kwa. Instead aban no ngin sase ne bi.
No one seen them.
It's what we say what the sase in real estate.
Na say onno so no nipa no akoto nyini skefrem.
But a nation generational thinkers, France and Europe and other countries, it was built 200 years ago. So at that time they were able to foresee that in 2022 the population will increase.
Okay.
So they have to build apartments in the next 200 years, and Crawford double. It's a cabana ke organa ke yemperifuno sabi yemperifuno obu odwina ka wo esisi dampo ama yemma no ye nana no obeba 200 years ago. That is how you have to think as a leader. Why are we still using Akosombo? Because Kwame Nkrumah foresaw that, had the foresight that 2022, apart from Akosombo, do we tap in any other places? We are even supplying other countries with Akosombo. And Kwame Nkrumah making this was about decades ago. Yeah. But we are still using Akosombo. So why our leaders and I don't know and you say you build the template in that template, not for your order.
Okay.
And you say so just ask of the template. And copy and paste keke.
Nkoma na yede no nto oda mutwa mo ho ba ke hu da aboafo bi na wa asoma ase na me ejumedi oye let's go design na wa asoma asem okode photography wa asoma asem gladiator foods and drinks and so wa asoma asem fefefe opochi etwen ho aba ye ba ye boto ye do mo akwa basoko bi ba mo kwani ejumedi wo glanas TV because the moritwa mo ho ba nkomon ye boto ya do na nkomon no wa ye do yelusua ade yenye blogger Kobby Kyei yenye no hade onye ne kasa fa ba all educating about yenye mo record wo mani mu mo de yehu ma ochine bi oboboa me na ahunti na orekon za me eretua nkomon no Kobby isa so mo akwa ba bi nkomon do wa ye do na me hu de everything you post is positive. Everything you post is about fighting for the generation, like you said, generational thinkers. Me who post to be an America there, say a Boko University. Think of what goes on and sana cause be a war tertiary na person. Why that on so bad then?
Nankani pepe mo ka Oko University biano obia ko university. One of the fundamental reasons for an individual to enter into the university is to gain knowledge, irrespective of program here. We call university for music, but this is a field that I'm into media now. But because we call university, guess what? University, apart from say be a old direct course, it gives you an avenue to connect with people, to meet people, to learn, and even touch on a lot of ideas. So it gives you a general knowledge. That is number one.
Okay.
Number two, Echo University now getting the general knowledge, now you specify. Say be a them programming every day, and you are reading it because of the fact that after completing, you'll be able to enter into that field to get money, to take care of yourself, better life for the future. What's it? Brave being or then. Sebi. We pede okwe masters no better na fie. Men yes sure sebi ubi akwaye PhD na masters no pede or the coach Uber. I'm not saying say driving Uber is wrong, but look at, let's compare that to the Western world. Obi okra masters and a PhD. Our brochery. Should the level we do?
That's huge difference.
Huge difference. In Ghana, no, and I say be a brochery, be a PhD, crown no Uber and a taxi in a part time. What point you man or a doctor? What point? Not the FM. But now the Uber has become an option for the person because Obi and when you
there's no work anywhere.
Obi, I a photographer, but when your photography was cool. Maybe you're a medicine, but I know you're a makeup artist.
Hardship in thing.
So Obi to me call Lego now. Obi Lego now. What page you after national service? After now, or the ton shit on the status. I'm not saying say ton shit. You can still enter into entrepreneurship. We are still encouraging youth to enter into what entrepreneurship. But for all you know, that wasn't the purpose of the person on earth. Every Legon and Kenya would be a shit on the side. It makes sense to me because you can probably feed on one income.
Yeah.
But here is the case: Nippona could your school fees from level 100 to 400 in medicine. Now we know you money. Now feed the option. So why didn't we, or why didn't the person start entrepreneurship right from the scratch and don't put your school fees scratch? So I got the step and I'm like, in our system, it is difficult to get employment when you go to university and choose certain courses. Okay. I've forgotten, but there's a study of trees and plants. Now, I could share the study of trees in Ghana. Unless probably you are coming from a family where they are rich and they can further you for you to cross borders and go and venture into this whole study of trees and plants. Yeah, I'm planting on trees. What the training in ego? It's in trees when ever be study Ghana. And I'm saying no. Let me give this advice out. Say, make sure that when you are going to the university and you are choosing your courses, parents and you yourself, you must guide yourself and choose courses that when you finish university, you will be able to get job. That is the reason why most of tell me SS. Why do you think our parents were telling us to go into training colleges?
But it's not compulsory to go to university.
It is not compulsory. But look at yourself. Advice on the mind, it was from my own personal experiences and my opinion.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're obliged to not go to university. You can go to the university, but make sure that the course that you are going to or the program that you're going to read, at the end of the day, say we school because me one coffee you mate for be university. Sabi ejumo is ka was starting unfit. Nanka what day we SS na I have a friend at USS na me call university. Or one call university because na energy buy and sell in business. And no could be any shop, Bawa or Kaswa, electrical shop. USS now, maybe could do 4 years. And also did 4 years when started the business. We be a shop, electrical shop, Cassia Power Kaswa.
I don't really he's still any money.
I don't know he's any money. Because or identify the strength.
Okay.
University is not for everyone. And this is an advice to the parents. Oh, yeah, often men can't say peer pressure. Oh, mammy, where we are hono. Once and back on university, and they like doing that.
Yeah.
Me answer me and Canabano, what is Legon Wako University, or what Cantamako University, Chinchin and Sopede, and Obako University. Study and identify the purpose of your child before you let him or her venture or enter into courses or university.
Okay.
And yes, sir, I often move to university. About says canon come the mamma Franca, would it be petty trading, business, normal. Who don't call at the palm fashion. Now everybody is doing fashion.
Yeah.
Imagine started fashion. If they had started from the scratch.
By now they have.
Imagine.
They would have been up there.
People are in the universities today because of peer pressure. Because you could be called Lego and also called Lego.
You see me when you're there or the phone or be going to other Muslim Kobby. And maybe a sika will
make sure that you look through, stand in the mirror, look at yourself, and tell yourself that I'm Kobby. My strength is this. Maybe as a son to Kabro for Kakra to the Tramon Kakra. My uncle Pondia Mamno. Or them is me. University is not for everyone. And let me tell you something. The Western world, no, they built Western world with skillful people. That is the reason why Minu Okrumwa, Otumba, Yenya carpenters, Ukraine, Yenya drivers, Russia, Yenya Wakata. Dubai was like a desert. And now what beji skillful people you know what they are build Dubai. People go there. Dubai is the number one tourism destination in the world right now. Obiako. We don't respect vocational institutes in Ghana. We don't respect technical schools in Ghana. Those days, technical schools were institutions where
American Timuye. Let me technical side in Timuye. Because we don't regard that here in Ghana anymore.
Why did you think Kwame Nkrumah established a lot of technical and vocational schools or institutions in Ghana? My mom went to vocational school, not a catering. My mom used to cook for JJ. Time my JJ president, so my mom was part of the people who cook for him. Sometimes, nyampo na ko technical schools, carpenter, nyampo, catering, Kwame Nkrumah, like visionary leader. He noticed that we use these people to build society, to build country. Oh, your doctor, soon as I have but doctor, no. Maybe you so we have to invest into skills. Skill labor. It is obi a farmer abrochira ni siko no. Oye billionaire abrochira. Okay. But here, we've undermined the people who are into the vocational schools. When was the last time you heard an advert on school, about school on TV? Okay, say, vocational, pre-technical schools, carpenters, come and do carpentry, come and do this. When was the last time? Because
it's a Ghana, there's an uncle, SSA, and uncle Legon, uncle school. Into one
then slave queens after school.
Of course.
I can't on your catering, there a nasty job, nasty.
But so you were proud of.
Look at how those who were able to tap into that market. Look at how carpenters are charging now.
Yeah, that's true.
Me your bed, this guy mo bono. Says can now carpenter ni bono ama mi no. As soon be a doctor, be a busun, be a this. So let's go back into time. Find your purpose again. Don't think that you have to go to university to be successful.
Okay.
A lot of people went to the university. No, I'm so passionate about it because I feel that a lot of people were not guided. So they made certain decisions. Now they wish, say, ma, into who your parents, that's all back at you, say, ma, da, I don't have the passion or I don't have that energy to go to university. This is what I want to do. Football academy, but we'll make sure that they will get some education to make camera for they try to read the contract and answer.
Okay.
Course outline. There are some people that it works for them perfectly.
Okay.
But know that at the end of the day, a lot of people, their life is wasted because they weren't able to find their purpose. And one of the things that Africans or Ghanaians, higher youth, said, to discover your purpose.
Okay.
A lot of youth have completed university. This year, I go for national service. August, they leave more.
Yeah.
Youth may break if you're national service. They are now coming back to find their purpose. So, if you ask them to buy, they're crying.
So then, what's the essence of?
What's the essence? What university? You have to discover our purpose.
Okay.
But if we are able to discover our purpose early, it guides us in our decision making.
And command the why do Molusua adi inside the kasa na eka point mu nka mo de ka but no kwara na oreka ne say if a obobo say ihu purpose early wa braboma ebo nkwa na befa da betoto wa na ma ebo nwa na mo na ebo tutu ne ye na say hu na ntem na say kwakwo wisi wuska wo suku na man answers at the end of the day you still come back and come to square one. Most majumedi wa edel na ye ntimu hwe no or dem de wo so hade ya for phase 1 nti we watch mo phase 2 nti yerba pem eyi wa hade na ya atua do na enwe yo na nche de ewe part 2 beba ne part 2 no ye boto de fe nkomo na wa edel da ade me da na say